Welcome back to the Dasman Reacts channel, and in today's video we're starting a little mini-series. I'm going to be teaming up with my main channel to bring you all an introduction to the brand new Biomes O Plenty add-on, coming to Minecraft Bedrock very soon. Over the next few weeks I'll be posting videos here and on my main channel where we look at a handful of new biomes in this massive add-on. We're going to be seeing how they look during the day, at night, and with vibrant visuals, as well as what blocks are used to make the biomes and how passive and hostile mobs spawn. Today we're going to be looking at some of the more swamp style biomes and the cave biomes included in Biomes O Plenty. This is your arachnophobia warning for the spider nest later on. A massive thank you to 4KS Studios for giving me early access to get accustomed with this add-on. And for clarity, I'm using an early access version of this add-on, and I'm currently on a realm to play it on my PS5 Pro. I'm not being paid for this early access introduction series, so I can tell you what I really think as always. But before we begin, here's the important information. Biomes O Plenty is the massively popular, and just plain massive, mod available on Minecraft Java. Created by the team over at Glitch Fiend, the Biomes O Plenty mod has been launched and faithfully updated for 13 years. And now, it's coming to Minecraft Bedrock. Currently scheduled for release on February 3rd, this Biomes O Plenty add-on will cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to only take up around 10 megabytes of size. I know absolutely nothing about the Biomes O Plenty Java mod other than the fact that you guys are super excited for it to come over to Minecraft Bedrock, and the team bringing it over are 4KS Studios, working in tandem with Glitch Fiend to deliver the most faithful adaptation of the original Java mod. No decision is made if it doesn't stick to the core direction of the Java mod. Thanks to 4KS Studios, I've been given early access to get a look at the Biomes O Plenty add-on and what it does, as well as how it looks. I've also been given permission to post videos of my explorations between now and release date. So, between my Dasman channel and the Dasman Reacts channel, I'm going to be releasing videos where we explore each of the different biomes coming in the Biomes O Plenty add-on. And on release date, I hope to have a fully fledged add-on reveal to give you a showcase that only I can. But before we take a look at today's biome selections, make sure you hit that like button, get ready to comment what your favorite biome is, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here while I give you a bit of detail. 4KS Studios and Glitch Fiend are working together to deliver a faithful adaptation of the Java mod, with meticulous testing happening between the two teams during development. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release with 52 overworld biomes, with another 4 still being worked on and planned to be added at a later date. This add-on intends to be purely new biomes and decorative blocks, with no fluff and no slop. Using the relatively new and official biome replacement technology, this Biomes O Plenty add-on should work well with other products that also use the same technology. Packs like Realism Craft and Better on Bedrock have been mentioned as being compatible, with others like Naturalist by Starfish Studios, Aquaculture by Metallurgy, and Crops and Farms by Some Game Studios also being integrated. And even the Tree Breaker tool in the Essentials add-on works with Biomes O Plenty trees. If other developers want their products to work with Biomes O Plenty, a new tool is available on the 4KS Studios website to help developers integrate their products with BOP. Tags and documentation is included on that page, which I'll link in the description. And if you want your favorite developers to make their products compatible, be sure to let them know just how easy it is. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release on February 3rd, 2026 and cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to take up 10 megabytes of size. So to start this video then, I'm actually going to combine 2 of the new biomes together because they've spawned right next to each other, and I think it makes a bigger section here. So the first one we're looking at is the Bayou. Now, the Bayou replaces the mangrove swamp, which means that for about 40% of the time when you're going around the world, the mangrove swamp won't spawn. It will instead spawn one of the biomes that has been linked as a replacement, using the new replacement technology I spoke about earlier. Don't worry though, mangrove swamps should still spawn around your world. It just won't be every time the game triggers it. It will be one of these different ones at times as well. So as we can see, looking around here, we've got some custom stuff going on. Not a ton at all. It's very interesting how this add-on is using things. Like, this is just standard Minecraft grass straight away. They haven't tried to just reinvent the wheel with a ton of things. We can see passive mobs are spawning over here as well. But one thing that's not vanilla is this. Now, obviously, this is using the creative, so I've got to pick the right area. Here we go. So it's using Spanish moss. Okay. And you know what? It's the right level of... Like, if you look at that, that looks very vanilla. The grass, the tall grass, and this here both look like they are matching in the same style. I like that. That's nice. Okay. And what are we using here? So, willow logs. So we do have a new tree. We've got the willow log tree, which uses willow leaves. Okay, so this tree is made up of willow logs, willow leaves, and Spanish moss. And if we look around here, is this is a cattail. Okay, so we got custom flowers as well. This is just standard mud, right? Yeah, this is standard mud. Okay, and then looking around here, look, we've got some jankiness from the realm, but that's absolutely fine as that spawns in. Let me just refresh some of the chunks as we're going around. You will see some dodginess because of the realms. I don't think it's because of the add-on, so just bear that in mind. I am on a realm here, but I'm trying my best, and I hope that's okay. Like I said, we've got passive mobs here, and they're spawning as the hot temperate mobs, it seems. But we've definitely got custom trees on here with how this is built to give it that thicker design, which narrows up. That's cool. We've got some leaf foliage dropping down here too. Okay, but like, other than the Spanish moss and the willow log, here in the Bayou, it's very vanilla. Now, I want to know what you guys think about this, and I'm going to ask this a lot during this series. How do you feel about vanilla blocks being used to create new biomes? I'm kind of on the side of I like it in this add-on because we get 52 new biomes. If we was talking about 5 biomes or 10 biomes, I'd be like, yo, come on, give me 10 new tree families, you know? I haven't dug deep enough here. We may still get 10 new tree families throughout this, but with 52 different biomes, I feel like it's got to be as close to a vanilla feel as possible, because these, as you can see, look, they're spawning around the world like crazy already, so they've got to feel like they're a part of the world. And if you have too many, it's going to get too noisy and too crazy in feel. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'm not necessarily against it. And then little things like the grass, you know, mobs can interact with the grass will grow correctly. I see benefits to it, but obviously the price is the price. It's quite expensive. So how do you guys feel? Let me know down in the comments. This one over here, this is considered a bog, which will overwrite swamps at times. And so I figure we'll pair them together, the Bayou and the swamp here, and the bog here, sorry. You can see we're using sweet berry bushes on here. We've also got this very small looking tree, like a shrub. It's a mangrove log actually. So yeah, look, reusing vanilla blocks here to create new style trees. Now these are like shrubs, small trees, not necessarily big trees. We've got some jankiness here with a spruce log next to an oak log. That's a little bit weird. That's probably just some spawning biome thing here, but that is a little bit weird there. We've got a smaller thing down here. What's this? This is an oak. No, this is a spruce log. Okay, so a spruce shrub here. But then wait, what's this? Oak leaf. Oh, wow. So that's an oak tree that's completely changed its color. Hold on a second. So it's a standard oak tree with the browner leaves. But then you've got the mangrove leaves, which are also the browner leaves, and they've got the different leaf textures. Look, when I'm holding it, they're green. But in this biome, they're that color. What if I put them here? They go green. Oh, wow. So they've completely changed the color and biome definitions. I don't know what the technical term is, But that's interesting. I'm not ready for it to go to nighttime yet, so keep it to daytime. And then let's just go around here. So this, now not necessarily supposed to be a swamp. I am ignoring this. This will be in another video. Not necessarily supposed to be a swamp replacement, but it does spawn instead of swamps. So don't look at this like it's supposed to be a swamp. This is supposed to be a bog. Now, I don't think we get many bogs in the UK, specifically not in London at least. There are a lot of sweetberry bushes here. It's different though. Like, look at the birch trees in the background. It feels very different. And then to have it, I mean, I like having it here next to whatever this biome is. I haven't been introduced to this biome yet, but it kind of has a nice color gradient into that. I wonder if that happens a lot in the world or not. But yeah, this just feels very different. It's very noisy with the grass, I would say, like the ferns and then the short grasses that we've got here. I feel like that's a very vanilla trait though. There is a lot of short grass in vanilla Minecraft. It's spawning passive mobs in its normal, is that the colder version? The colder temp, I don't know, whatever it is. Down here we've got something. What's this? Hold on. This is reeds. We've got reeds in the water. Okay, so again, more custom stuff. Okay. Some other stuff up there as well, which I'm not being introduced to yet. Very much focusing on bayous and bogs. Okay, so then what happens if we say it's a nighttime then? Do we get hostile mobs spawning in? That's going to be an important one to see. There's so many biomes around right here, but I'm trying to keep it as focused as possible. We've got fireflies, creepers. Creepers are spawned, so yeah, no spawning issues here. And again, I believe just standard grass blocks, so not going to have any issues with sheep or anything like that. Skeletons are spawning okay here, so the bog is fine. We come over here to the bayou. How does the bayou look? Got the mud in the water. Do we get any hostile mobs in here? I like the Spanish moss. I think that looks really nice. Yeah, spider over there. Arachnophobia warning a little bit earlier than expected. Skeletons. So yeah, hostile mobs are spawning fine too. So I think for our first look here on the Dazman Reacts channel, the big question is, how do you guys feel about the vanilla blocks being used? Like I say, I'm not too mad at it. When we've got so many biomes, it also means that my big add-on reveal video on release date over on my main channel should be a lot easier for me as well. So for selfish reasons, I'm quite happy about that. Let me go and turn on vibrant visuals and let's see how both biomes look vibrantly visually. Now, in terms of vibrant visuals, it is just using the base vanilla vibrant visuals in most cases. If there are certain custom blocks that needed PBR detailing to add in vibrant visuals, then they have done. But they haven't reinvented the wheel. They haven't tried to make this a vibrant visual texture pack or added a ton of height maps or anything like that. And the reason for that is simply the Biomes O Plenty Java mod didn't really utilize vibrant visuals because it's more or less a Bedrock thing at the moment. So it's something that they are going to be introducing to the add-on over time, but it has to be a creative decision between both studios that keeps to the Biomes O Plenty feel, which is why we don't have it a ton right now. Maybe we won't see any PBR in today's video. Maybe we will. I know there's some in certain areas, but not a ton all over the place. But I mean, other than the fact that vanilla vibrant visuals is pretty much boring, I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, it works. It's looking fine. We've got the water over here. How does the water look, actually? Swampy water can be a little bit green. Not really seeing that so much here with the bayou. Got that nice water effect on there. That's cool. I like the way that whatever that biome is quite baked with the sun as well. That's cool. But as we walk through here, stop looking at that biome, Daz. I don't know what one it is. We'll see it in another video. But just like looking around, we don't get much biome color. Maybe a little bit of green biome color would have been really nice there. But some people don't like biome colors, I've come to find. So that's an interesting one. Oh, we've also got dead bushes here. Okay. And then if we pop into the bog, now I'm kind of hoping for some orangey change here. Oh, there's a little bit of green. Let's just walk in for this. So yeah, not much of a change. Obviously, gets slowed down by the old sweetberry bushes. What are we looking at here? So we didn't see any in the Spanish moss. There isn't a ton of custom blocks here that would add anything different. It just keeps that vanilla feel. I don't really use vibrant visuals in vanilla that often, so I'm going to bow to you guys down in the comments. Let me know what you lot are thinking. Just have a little go around here. We've got the water caustics on the dirt, obviously using the dirt there with some yellow grass here as well. I like that too, man. Just the way that I can't get over it. The vanilla grass still keeping all of its characteristics and looking very cool. Is there a change between the two waters? I mean, that looks quite bluer there, but then with the dirt, it feels quite yellow, almost leopard print. Interesting. Come around here as well. So not a ton to really talk about there in terms of vibrant visuals. I just don't think it looks bad. We'll set it to midnight because that way it's really dark. Let the lights catch up with us. Okay, so you've got the fireflies lit up, yep, as you would do with those. That's cool. That adds a bit of vibrantly visual stuff here. I am immediately a little bit disappointed that the Spanish moss doesn't have a little bit of a glow to it. But like I said, they've made some conscious creative choices. These are really nice though. Having the fireflies around, that's a nice looking biome to me, man, honestly. Obviously, when we do the full add-on reveal on the main channel on release day, I'll try to have a fly around the world a bit more and see how it looks in terms of actually spawning biomes. This is more of a biome showcase here. I feel like a bit of green in here, lighting up these, they would be so epic, honestly. But yeah, those are the two biomes, to be honest with you. First time that I've seen them, pairing them together here as well. Let's move on to the next biome. Now, the next biome that I'm going to show you here is called the Wetland, and I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I like this from an initial aspect. I really like the water. Like, look at that. The water feels very purple, which is the first thing that's really jumped out at me. The second thing is actually the world generation here, and seeing how the water is like up level with the land at some point, almost like it's overrun and flooded like a wetland would. I think that's a really good effect that they've come to here. I don't know why, but it's really resonating with me here. I like it. I like how the water really just adds to that kind of mystery and mystique to it. It feels, looking at it here, very open, very plain, very bland to a degree. And I don't necessarily say it like it's a bad thing, but you don't look at it and immediately go, ooh, colors. But if you look at the way the world is and the land is, that looks really nice. Maybe I'm just weird, I don't know, but I think that looks really, really nice. And if we get down here, we can see, so we're using spruce trees here. We've got spruce leaves and spruce logs, so vanilla trees in here. We've got passive mobs spawning too. I can't immediately tell why the water is purple other than the fact that they've just changed the water, which is good. I'm excited to see how this is going to look with vibrant visuals. We've got more reeds in here as well, which is good. There's cattails, so we've got the custom foliage around here. The reeds do a lot for that overgrowth wetland feel as well. And if we come into this direction, as we've got cows spawning, one thing I'm not seeing, I don't know if it's a me. Oh, I didn't even think to do that. Okay. Wow. So I was coming underwater to see if there was any fish spawning because I hadn't noticed any fish. That is mad. Look at that. I mean, we say that vibrant visual water is really bad visibility. This is some dirty, murky water, even when it catches up. I like this. You know what? Remind me to do that. Somehow remind me to do that in the vibrant visual section. This water's got me really intrigued here. Let's come over here. What else have we got going on? So, what are we here? Mud. Okay, so we've got mud mixed in with grass. We've got, what are you? Toadstools. Okay. Custom foliage and decorative blocks. A lot of them. Cattails. Blue orchids. So standard dandelion and blue orchids. Standard roses. What tree is this? A willow tree. Using willow vines and willow leaves. Okay, custom tree. So what's that? Second one? Or was it a willow tree in the first one? Why can't I remember? I can't remember. It's 1 or 2, whatever it is. But look at the fill here. Look how purple that water is. Wow. Okay, I like how spread out the trees are as well. Like, it's not a dense forest like you've got over there. It's very spread out. It's a very spread out land. If anything, that's ruining it a little bit. But there you go. Got the passive mob spawning here. Okay, so then if we set it to nighttime now, let's go to midnight and see what happens. So the water's still very dark, bluey purple. We've got hostile mobs spawning. That's good to see. It does feel quite dark because of the way the water effect is happening here. Okay. And then if we was to just like walk through it a little bit. Again, very noisy with the short grasses and the ferns. Just like looking around here. It feels murky. It feels swampy. How does water look when you get underwater now? Oh yeah, it's still darker, murky there. Okay. Alright, let me set it to vibrant visuals then, and let's see what we're dealing with there. Alright, so I've taken myself out of the biome because I want to show you this. I'm really, really impressed with this. Not the water. The water looks like it's gone back to quite plain. But as we start to move into the biome, let's see how this works. Into the wetland biome here. Look at it. It becomes overcast. It becomes dark. It becomes green. That's so nice. This is exactly what I like from a vibrant visuals effect. And if we drop down here and we try to just have a little run through, look at that feeling that you get. Running on the mud, coming through here, up here. That green overcast fill. I like that so much. I do feel like, you see how the light is hitting the spruce and then the light is hitting the willow. I think you can see a slight difference between how vanilla blocks handle vanilla vibrant visuals and how the custom blocks are handling it. These feel almost a little bit washed and wrapped in light, whereas the custom ones from the willow tree feels like the light is hitting it and it's absorbing the light. So there is a slight difference there. Maybe it's just me who sees that, maybe it's not. Let me know if you guys can see that too. But I think that's such a strong effect with that green coloring. That green, it's not really, like it is a biome color, but it's not really. It's like an effect of a fog added in. That's really good. And then, unfortunately, the water seems to lose its purple. Now, I have been told in the past that there is some weirdness about Minecraft water in vibrant visuals and the detail that it holds. It's why there's like always a weird water color. What was with the sun there? Oh no, it's just going behind that. There's like always a weird watercolor or transparency in vibrant visuals. And it seems to be how Minecraft has programmed water. And so I feel like because of how they've programmed water, that purple's disappeared. The water still feels murky looking at it, but then it just kind of feels murky anyway. And if we find like a deeper section somewhere over here, yeah, down here, let's get underwater. So in vibrant visuals, it loses that yellow tone. That's a shame. Now, I don't think, like I said, I don't think that's on Biomes O Plenty. I don't think there's really much Biomes O Plenty can do with that. But it is just a shame. I hope Minecraft will upgrade vibrant visuals, the vanilla vibrant visuals, to do a lot more and not just depend on people doing it for paid, because stuff like this would look so good with that purple and that dark murkiness underwater. It doesn't look like fish spawn in this type of water, which is probably correct, to be fair. When was the last time you saw water living in fish living in murky water? But oh, seems to be a bit of jankiness there from the realm. We'll head over into this direction. But yeah, that's it. I love that overcast feel. You can tell I'm from London. I love that overcast feel. And then the reeds here. And then if we quickly set it back to nighttime, let it catch up with us. That's just standard night. Let's go to midnight. Sorry, that's weather. I'm getting a bit lost here. Here we go, midnight. That green makes it so dark. Look, trying to run through here. That green fog definitely steps up the darkness. But yeah, you get that weird water effect there. Not from Biomes O Plenty. That's from vanilla vibrant visuals. Maybe even custom vibrant visuals, actually. But look at that. Visibility is so mad. This is strong. There's a creeper and a block there. How you doing, buddy? You alright? You seem to be trapped there for days. I'm sorry. This has been my favorite biome that I've looked at. I've looked at a few in general. I'm not recording so much in order at the moment, but so far, this has been my favorite one. I like the way this looks. More so in fancy than in vibrant visuals, but vibrant visuals as well. It felt really, really good. Let's go to the next one. We're going to go underground, and we're going to go and have a look at one of the caves. Alright, so the first cave I'm going to show you then is a glowing grotto. And I gotta say, first initial impressions are I'm a little bit disappointed with what I'm seeing here. You guys probably aren't seeing much, so I'm gonna just go straight into the night vision. Let's just see what goes on. So we'll light it up a little bit. Now, we can see down here, look, we've got glowworm silk in the ceiling. We've got some custom block over here as well. What is this? This is a glowing moss block. We've got glowing moss carpet and glowing moss block. What is this on top? That's not the right pick. There we go. Glow shrooms there as well. And then over here we've got a red mushroom block, which has been changed. Okay, they're using a red mushroom block to get the stem. Isn't there a mushroom block stem or mushroom stem block? That's weird. And then you've got a glow shroom block as well. So looking at it, if we was to just look like directly here like this, I like this. Right, as a little bit like here, right? This, I think this is a nice step in the right direction. As you start to pull out and look around, it's very minimal. Now, I believe this is probably going to do with like some visual effects thing. I'm very much along the lines of, if the technology doesn't work, don't use it. And so if this is how this is intended to look and it isn't like a realm issue or an early access bug or anything like that, I would have said scrap this. Like what they've done, like even there, that looks kind of nice, but it's a whole lot of not much. That's disappointing. And you know, I'm honest. I don't want to like come across as harsh. Like, it's weird that they've gone for a red mushroom block. I swear there's a mushroom stem block. There must be a reason why. I mean, yeah, put ST, that's easiest, isn't it? STEM. There is a mushroom stem block. That's weird. Red mushroom block, but it's a mushroom stem. I don't know why that is, but I'm not going to get fixated on it. But, yeah, like... I mean, good to see the mobs are spawning here fine as well. No issues there at all. We've got deep slate like you would do normally. We've got some mud down here as well mixing in. I don't know what I was expecting more of. More trees? More of this? More foliage maybe? Not sure. I like the blue. I like the color of it. I think that's nice. But it's just a little bit weird, like a little bit understated, a little bit underwhelming, unfortunately. One thing I will say, though, is the biome stretches for a really long time. Like, so it is a big biome, but it just feels empty, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if any of this has got vibrant visuals, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop into like this section here, and we're going to just quickly turn on vibrant visuals. Give me a second. So vibrant visuals is turned on now. And I've got rid of the night vision potion. So, okay. I'm seeing the PBR. I'm seeing the vibrant visual detailing coming on here. You've got the glow shroom actually glowing. That makes it look a lot better. The reflections in the water. Okay, so this cave is very much helped by vibrant visuals, I think. Look, you see the moss is glowing as well. Almost giving it that Skulk Plus kind of setting here. That's a nicer feeling to walk through. I still think a lot more foliage would be very, very good. But look at the way it's reflecting off of blocks up there. That's a good little effect in the right direction. Very nice. It's a good use of the firefly bushes as well to give it some ambience around here. Yeah, this is miles stronger in vibrant visuals. Just looking around, like the way the light hits the water makes it feel like the light's stronger. But I do think it needs a bit more. Like I say, maybe it was to do with visual effects. Maybe it was about like making it work on more devices as possible, but it needs a bit more. Like that looks so much stronger there though. Look at that. We'll let the realm spawn in some of the trees as we go through. That does look very much stronger. But the blue is very understated in fancy graphics. And so it felt a little bit weaker in fancy, but in vibrant visuals, it looks a bit better, yeah. All right, let's go and find the spider's nest. Now, before we go to the spider's nest, this will be your arachnophobia warning. This is the spider section of the video, but also I never mentioned, so the glowing grotto, it spawns in place of lush caves. That was that. The spider's nest spawns in place of dripstone caves. And again, doesn't mean it permanently replaces them. Dripstone caves, lush caves will spawn as standard around the world, but about 40% of the time it will be replaced by one of these biomes. So let's have a look at what we're dealing with. Immediately, we got like a lot of webbing. I'm going to drink the night vision again just to get the full effect so you guys can see it all. As we come through here. Okay, so this is rather creative. What's this? Hang on. Stringy cobweb. How does stringy cobweb work? Okay, so I can't place it. Oh, I can place it. Weird. Weird, okay. One. So it only seems to work in certain places. Interesting. Okay, maybe that's a creative thing. But anywho, what have we got on the wall here? Webbing as well. Okay. So the spider string, the spider webbing, the hanging cobwebs, these are quite strong. I would have loved it if they could have stopped other hostile mobs spawning and just made it so it was spiders into here. But again, in areas, it does feel very, very stripped back. Like, I would love this webbing all over the place. Do you know what I mean? Like, put it on all of the walls, if you could do. Maybe, again, VFX, I'm not sure. There is also this here. So this is a spider egg. And now there is a warning that says that they could burst open at times. Now, I don't know how that would happen. I also kind of don't want to go into survival at this point. So maybe we won't try it. But, if I stand on it, though, it spawns a cave spider. Okay, now I don't know if it does it in proximity in survival mode, but if you stand on it, it spawns. Looks like every time a cave spider, not sure. But yeah, like look, you get little dregs of it here. There's just something that needs to turn it up to about 11. At the moment, I'd say it's about a 6 in terms of its full effect. But I feel like it could go so much more. Maybe, like I say, it could be vibrant. It could be visual effects there, to be honest. Let me go and get a look at this with vibrant visuals. And so, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any vibrant visual effects coming on down here. Obviously, the webbing goes blue as you look through the vibrant visuals water. But there's no real elements to it here. I wonder, can I pull in a spider egg? I can. If I place this down, does this have any of it? Doesn't look like it. I mean, there's a slight glow on that. What happens if I take the milk again and drink the milk? No, I mean, it's generating light. Yeah, it generates light. Is that a cave spider again? Come on, pick it, stringy cobweb, cave spider. Yeah, so it does seem to just always do a cave spider, but yeah, no vibrant visual effects here, I'm afraid. So I have to say, in terms of the caves, I'm a little bit disappointed. I would want to see a little bit more, but there is a lot in this add-on, so maybe it was just a case of they cut a few things or they stripped this back in terms of performance. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. In terms of my favorite, though, the wetland was definitely my favorite. I liked what they did to the water in the fancy graphics, and I really liked what they did to the biome fogs and the colors in the vibrant visuals. Let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite biome? What's your initial impressions of the Biomes O Plenty add-on? And we did ask that big question about using vanilla blocks around biomes. How do you feel about it? But in general, I just want to know what you're thinking at the moment. Hopefully you enjoy the 2 episodes that I've put out, one on the main channel, one here so far. There'll be a load more in the month that's coming, so make sure you drop your opinions. I'm sure the devs are watching. Let me know, and hopefully I'll be able to keep showing you a ton of biomes. Please do leave a like on the video, and if you're new to the Dazman Reacts channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Tons of content coming as always. Peace!